welcome to another Culture Slate YouTube video. I'm your host, James, and without any further ado, let's dive into the 7 best Star Wars video games of the 2000s. The opening decade of the 21st century was an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. The Phantom Menace was just released in 1999, and the prequel trilogy brought a new wave of public interest in the Star Wars universe. The 2000s also saw an explosion of LucasArts video games across different genres and platforms. From MMORPGs such as Star Wars Galaxies to family-friendly games such as LEGO Star Wars, there was a game for every Star Wars fan. In this list, we count down the best Star Wars video games of the 2000s. Number 7, The Force Unleashed. Aimed to immerse players in the cinematic experience of playing Darth Vader's secret apprentice, ILM facilitated this through motion capture and voice performances, the likes of which starred the one and only Sam Witwer. While The Force Unleashed saw a mixed reception from critics and players alike, it's notable for being a part of the multimedia project that included a novelization, graphic novel, and toys. Even though it was not as highly regarded as other entries on this list upon release, it's undoubtedly a part of the last hurrah for the old expanded universe. Number 6, LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. LEGO Star Wars the video game and its sequel, LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, were both well received by fans and critics alike. The Complete Saga was a compilation of the two games with some additions and upgrades, such as a level that was initially cut from the first LEGO Star Wars game. While aimed at a younger audience, the game has the unique charm of combining two childhood passions, LEGO and Star Wars. The Complete Saga also allows players to play as fan favorites from the original and prequel trilogies recreated in LEGO form. Number 5. Empire at War. As its name implies, Star Wars mostly features stories between warring factions, yet strategy games of this universe are a rare thing despite a galaxy far, far away being an excellent setting for one. Empire at War is the latest of Star Wars real-time strategy games. Following titles such as Force Commander and Galactic Battlegrounds, Empire at War featured a campaign and a sandbox galactic conquest mode with battles being played out in space and planetary surfaces. Number 4. Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. Featuring fan-favorite mercenary turned Jedi, Kyle Katarn, Jedi Outcast suffers from the Rambo title syndrome. As the third entry in the Jedi Knight series, which began with Dark Forces, this game was less focused on range combat and more on slicing and dicing with lightsabers. Players could perform combos and deflect blaster shots like true Jedi. With different lightsaber styles and force powers, Jedi Outcast provided players an outlet to play out their favorite fantasies of cutting down stormtroopers and dueling dark side users. Number 3, Battlefront 2, 2005. Not to be confused with the 2017 sequel of the Battlefront reboot, Battlefront 2 was released in late 2005 after Revenge of the Sith hit theaters. Its single-player campaign followed the 5-0 First Legion during the Clone Wars and Galactic Civil War, up until the Battle of Hoth. Battlefront 2 also featured an expanded multiplayer experience with new vehicles, characters, and game mechanics. There was also an instant action mode and Galactic Conquest mode, which set aside hours of multiplayer or single-player mayhem. Number 2, Republic Commando. Before there was the Bad Batch, there was Delta Squad. Playing as a clone commando, players led a squad of 3 other commandos in special operations during the Clone Wars. Reminiscent of other tactical shooters like Rainbow Six and SWAT 4, each commando had their own role and expertise as well as a distinct personality. Delta Squad was finally brought back into canon with a Clone Wars episode, Witches in the Mist. Number 1, Knights of the Old Republic. Frequently named as one of, if not the best Star Wars video game of all time, Knights of the Old Republic is a single-player role-playing game set 4,000 years before the original trilogy. With this open setting, the team at BioWare had far more freedom to develop their vision. As a role-playing game, players could customize their characters as well as choose as a light or dark side entry, introducing fan favorites like Revan, Malak, and Bastila Shan. Knights of the Old Republic is still massively influential. It directly inspired the development of the Old Republic MMORPG, the sequel that BioWare still continues updating to this very day. If you've enjoyed this list, click the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified when our latest videos go live. Once again, I'm James, and thank you for joining us on another Culture Slate video.